What's up guys, T-Rex and Mixtape God right here with TREXmedia.com. Be sure to check it out, let me know what you think about it. Now I do have a new shorts and a new music channel right now, so it's going to be the first link right below that like button. Go ahead, subscribe there, tell me what you think about it. There's a lot of interesting content that I'm going to be pushing out on those channels just a bit. Now, thank you so much for all of the feedback on my previous microphone comparison videos. You guys really love it, and I really do love the argument that I see in the comment section right down below. But today, I'm going to give you a very interesting one, and it's the AT2020 by Audio-Technica and the EM91C by Mackie. Now these are two condenser microphones at a very different price point, but let's see how they both perform against each other. Now first off, it's very important for you to know that if you want to pick one of these for yourselves, I do have links right below that like button. Just go ahead, check it out. Every single thing that you see right behind me, I do have links right there. So if you want to pick up one of these, be sure just go ahead, get those links. Sometimes there's amazing deals, there's promotions and stuff, but I can just guarantee that it's going to be something that is really cool. And also, I've done full reviews on these two microphones. I'm going to leave them linked right below and also in the cards right there, just for you to go check it out, just in case you're looking for some more deeper opinion. So without wasting too much time, let's actually dive right straight into this comparison video. Now the very first thing I'm going to start with talking about this is the price point of these two microphones. Now we have two very distinctive price points right here. On one hand, I have the Mackie, which goes for about $80, and I have the Audio-Technica, which goes for about $150. Now that is a really huge gap when you're actually thinking about picking up a condenser microphone for your music, or if it's for your podcast, your live streaming, social events, whatever it is that you're actually into. It's going to be really interesting. Now if you do hear a background noise, I beg you to just please ignore that, because I'm in a new building, I'm in a new place, and there's still a lot of construction going on. So please just ignore that. This is the only time I can shoot, as I do have a really busy schedule. So thank you in advance for that. Let's move on. For this stage, I'm going to give it to the Mackie right here for coming up just a little bit cheaper, because sometimes some people just want something that's really affordable and really cheap. They don't need all of that extra work that it does put in. So I'm going to give that one here to the Mackie. So it's 1 to the Mackie and 0 to the Audio-Technica. Now next we're going to talk about the design of these two microphones, and on one hand we're going to start with the Mackie right here, which is a very sleek, ergonomic, smooth and portable, and really nice to feel to the touch with lots of metal on this one. The build quality is actually really solid and absolutely phenomenal. Now it doesn't feel cheap when compared to the price, and compared to some other cheaper microphones out there, this is a really build quality at its price. Now make no joke there, but the Audio-Technica is actually really phenomenal as well. It does come around and spot a really beefy and more heavy design with lots of metal around this one. It is really solid and really built. The design is really unique and it feels really durable, and I've been using this for about, say, over a year right now, and it's been really nice. It actually looks like it can actually survive a drop. Now if I'm being absolutely clear with you guys, I've never dropped this before, but it's built like a tank. It's built really solid. It has a lot of weight to it. It looks really good. It's ergonomical, it's sleek. I love all the metal and brush metal all around it, and it just feels really nice to hold in the hand. So for this stage, I'm going to give it to the Audio-Technica right here for just appearing really nice, using that extra price point in order to deliver a really nice design. Really phenomenal. So that's 1 to the Mackie and also 1 to the Audio-Technica. Let's move on. Now talking about connectivity right here, the Mackie actually does connect with your standard XLR cable and works very fine with any DAW or audio interface that you do throw at it. Just for reference purposes, I do record with Studio One, Pro Tools, and also sometimes GarageBand. I switch between all three and they work really fine on any single one of them. All of the audio interfaces that I do have, plug and go, it's gonna work absolutely fine. Now in addition to this, with the packaging, you do get a spider shock mount that actually comes with this one, and that's just about you. And you also do get its own XLR cable, which is really nice. Now the Audio-Technica doesn't actually come with a cable of its own, but it does come with a really nice attachment for your microphone arm that you can actually just use in place of a spider shock mount. Now it doesn't come with that much accessories I did mention, but it also does work with your standard XLR cable, and you can actually just plug anyone to it. I do use the one from the Mackie on this several times. It actually works really fine with it. It also works with any sort of DAW or audio interface that you actually place this on. Now bringing it to the connectivity stage, I'm going to call this one a tie right here, okay, and just give it to both of them because they actually are really nice. They actually come with a lot of accessories. They actually come with that. I might say yes, the Mackie does have an edge being that you do get a free XLR cable with this package at that price point. But the Audio Technica itself also does give you a lot of warranty and a lot of stuff like that depending on where you do get it from. So I'm just gonna call this one a tie. So that's 2 to the Mackie and also 2 to the Audio Technica. Let's move on. Now let's move into sound quality, which is something that a lot of people will actually be really interested in. But before I mention that, did you know that J Black has actually dropped a lot of collection right now? So it's fall, they have a new collection, they're always updating all of this stuff, which is something I really do love about J Black. Now these are the blue light elusive frames, Italian acetate stainless steel and all of that kind of stuff. Amazing build quality right here with this one. No doubt, they cut no corners, they take no chances, they ship directly to you in about 2 days and a really affordable price. You would not believe it. So just go over to the website. I do have a discount code right down below. Just follow that link, shop their life of T-Rex, use that code, get 10% off anything that you do want to get. Halloween's just right around the corner right there, and also Christmas is also coming really soon. So you want to get gifts for him or gifts for her or for someone like that. This is going to be absolutely amazing. So to all my music loving friends out there, let's talk about the sound quality of these two amazing microphones. Now, rather than talking about sound quality right here, I'm just trying to bore you guys. I'm just going to let you know exactly what they actually sound like by giving you a live demo right here. So listen. So for this testing, I'm going to be using the Lumix Producer 2.2 also from Mackie, and I'm also going to be using the MC350 headphones also from Mackie. Now you want to peek out any single thing that you actually see right here. All of the links will be linked right down below in the description box. You also want to check out full reviews on these devices. Everything's going to be right down below. I'm going to make sure I link as much as I can, or it's either just somewhere right here on the channel. You're looking for anything that I've done a review on, you're not sure if you can find it, just search Terex Dada and the device. Definitely if I've done a review on that, it's going to pop up right here on YouTube. Okay, now also it's important for you to know I'm going to be using the exact same gain settings on this device for both microphones. There's absolutely no sort of cheating right here, and the audio you're going to hear is going to be unedited audio. So let's move right straight into it. Now I'm going to start with the Mackie EM91C here, and you can actually hear just by about this far back from me just speaking into the microphone. Okay, if I come a little bit closer right there, you can actually hear the sound difference in this one, and if I come back a little bit, that's just about it. Now I skipped the pop filter on purpose, but usually your sound gets a lot better when you actually add a pop filter to it. Now this, I'm going to give you my final verdict after you hear what the Audio Technica is actually really like. Now I haven't recorded any songs with this yet. I've only done some voiceovers and actually tried to use it to take some Zoom calls, which there was absolutely no issues with that. But when you listen to that of the AT2020, then you're gonna actually have a clear difference on what these two are actually like. Now let's switch over to the AT2020 so you actually hear a difference in that one. Okay, now I've actually switched to the Audio Technica AT2020, and there is something I actually get here from what I'm looking at Studio One as I'm recording, in the sense that the audio input isn't as strong as with using it on the same gain settings right there. It's actually not as strong as you can actually get on that of the Mackie right there. Now I've actually used these to record a lot of voiceovers. In fact, my singles I Plead, All Stand Strong, and also New Age, One Drink, they were all done with this microphone. But I know when you work with this, you can actually really tweak it so much. But the one disadvantage to it is that being that I put the gain setting, now all of that time I use that coupled with an AUDIOBOX 96 Studio by PRESONUS right there, and I think it works a lot better with that one. But using it with the Lumix Producer 2.2, I actually did test this on the Behringer Euphoria UM2 as well. It doesn't take the input all that well, and I don't want to turn up the gains. Okay, so something really weird is just going on with my Studio One. It's actually crashed like 2 times while I'm trying to actually do this testing here for you guys. But if you can see my screen, I'm still recording, I'm still going on right there. Now I'm gonna try to turn on the gain settings just a teensy bit, and let's see if that actually helps a little bit, because I'm as close as I want to be. Because I know if I move back a little bit about this distance, then you can actually see that the volume does drop really well. Now the best I'm going to do to the audio is actually just increase the volume while I'm editing the video. I'm not going to touch the audio samples, so what you're hearing is raw unedited audio from this. Now let's move to my final verdict on these two microphones, and let's see which one of them might actually just be the very best one for you. Now before I give my final verdict, there's one thing I forgot to mention, that is these two microphones actually does use the cardio polar pattern right there in order for their sound recording. So that is what they both run on. That is the little heart-shaped one that's like that, and it's actually my favorite one to record with. So that's something that you just might want to actually look out for if you're someone who's really concerned about the type of polar setting that's on a microphone. So what is the verdict on these two microphones? Well, from the audio samples that you did here, you can actually see that they both perform really well, even though I had to turn on the gain just a teensy bit on this one. Now it might seem like a disadvantage, but one thing I can tell you is when you're working with different devices from different brands, you have to tweak them in order for them to work the best for you. Now these actually just paired straight up with, of course, the Onyx Predator 2.2 is also another device from Mackie, so it did work phenomenal with this. Now I've tested this using the AUDIOBOX 96 Studio. You can actually see that in my full review, and also in the comparison I did with the PRESONUS microphone as well, and this actually performed a lot better than that. It actually took input a lot well than how it actually did on the Onyx Predator 2.2. So keep that in mind if you actually want to own this one, because it might not just be, it is compatible, yes, but depending on how it's going to work for you and deliver the kind of sound that you're actually looking for, which is what I love to do this sort of testings, which is why I make my review testings like this. I test them with multiple devices just to see how they perform. Now you might actually switch this around and put this on another door and it's just gonna fall apart. What I can actually tell you is the sound quality from both of them are phenomenal. The one disadvantage with this is that yes, you do get those little, if you notice when I did say but a lot, and you do get that with the pop filter, but it didn't happen so much with this one. And that is just the one key thing that I'm going to feel. But I'm going to leave it to you guys actually. Tell me in the comment section right down below, which one do you think is a lot better than the other? Is it the one that's more expensive, or the really cheap underdog that's actually really surprising me? Because in my full review I did mention that the audio quality from this is actually really surprising, and it's not like blow you away kind of thing, but it's actually really good. For that price point, I can highly recommend this to anyone. And also if you have a budget that's a lot more and you want to stretch it, then yes, go for this one. Either one that you actually go for is going to work absolutely fine, but bear in mind that the other devices that you're going to couple this with is going to depend. With an AUDIOBOX 96 Studio, fantastic. With the Onyx Predator 2.2, absolutely fantastic. So you want to do that, let me know in the comment section right down below. I'm always really nice. I love hearing from you guys when you ask me, hey, I have this, what should I pair with this? Hey, I want to buy this, what do you suggest? Let me know in the comment section right down below, and I'll be very happy to help you out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate this. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, smash that like button so it does tell the YouTube algorithm that, hey, you know what, I did enjoy this video. The other comparison videos on microphones have done really well. Thank you so much. I'd really love this one to do a lot better than the previous one. So you guys go ahead and smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment right down below on your thoughts and opinions on this. I will see you around. Stay safe.